Good morning, everybody. It's early morning here at Keith Hafner's Karate. I've got my cup of coffee in my favorite mug. I wanted to show you something over here. A lot of people have asked about what these belts are, and I think they're pretty cool. We started doing this, I don't know, several months ago. What we've got here are 6 different belts. Now this is mostly for the peewees and the juniors, but what we wanted to do was to find a way to recognize right there on the spot when a kid is making progress in an area that is valuable, and to be able to put something on that kid right then that shows that we recognize that. So we came up with this idea of having some specialty belts. Now if you look at these, well, first of all, it was kind of hard because, as you know, with our belt colors, we've got like every color in the rainbow, and so to add a belt, it's kind of hard because we've used up almost all the colors. But you'll notice that these are red belts with an orange stripe. Here's one of the things that I think is kind of cool, is that if you look at these stripes, it's like the exact color of the pillar. Can you see that? It almost looks like the belt isn't even there. Can we zoom in on this again? Now guess what? We didn't do that on purpose. It just turned out that way. I wish we had. But if you look at these belts, this one is courage. And so if we've got a kid who maybe needs a little bit of self-confidence, maybe even just being in class moves him outside of his comfort zone, but we see some progress, even a small approximation of what we're trying to accomplish. One of the teachers might single that student out and say, hey everybody, Jamie in this class really has been brave and has moved outside of his comfort zone. We're going to have him wear the courage belt today. And can you see that says courage on there? And what the teacher will do is just very briefly have that student take their belt off and tie the courage belt on them. And what we find is that really anchors that day in that student's mind. And as you know, everything relates to self-image. And so when that student starts to see himself, when Jamie starts to see himself as a courageous person, guess what? He's a little more inclined to move outside of his comfort zone the next time. Now, courage isn't what everybody needs. In fact, some kids have too much courage and need a little restraint. We've got other belts for that too. This is one of my favorites. Can you see that? It says focus. I don't think there's a kid alive that doesn't need to earn the focus belt once in a while. Look at this, hustle. We've got another one over here for teamwork. This one is really special, I think, because we always watch for students that are kind to other students in class, students that lend a helping hand, students that are quick to offer a kind word to somebody else, even just good manners, regular old-fashioned politeness. I think sometimes that might cause us to award the teamwork belt to a kid. And over here, last but not least, this is a big one too, respect. So as you can see, we've kind of represented all the different qualities here that are important for the kids. You never know, but your kid might have the honor of wearing one of these belts, and they just wear it for that day. The teacher would put them on that for that class. I think he would say, I'm presenting Sherman with the respect belt because he has really made great progress in this area. Let's give him a little hand. And there will be some applause. And then we're right back into class. This ceremony does not take a long time. And then after class is over, the teacher will have hung on to Sherman's orange belt or green belt or whatever he happens to have, and he would give him that regular belt back at the end of class, and the respect belt would go right back up here on the rank, or on the rack. So, keep an eye on these, and I'm looking forward to the day when your son or daughter earns each one of these.